Alright guys, this is going to be a little different video. I'm going to talk about the fall of the mutants. The what I thought was an event that took place in the 90s was actually, how should I put it, a period of time where a bunch of stuff happened, but it doesn't really relate to each other. It takes place after the Mutant Registration Act passes. And in some places where I looked up, it said Hulk 240 was part of this, and other places it made no mention of it. I don't have Hulk 240, so I wasn't able to read that one. Starts off with X Factor 24. And in this book, I wrote down notes, so I remembered everything. X Factor fights Apocalypse and the Four Horsemen. Caliban does a heel turn and joins Apocalypse. And this is Archangel's first appearance as Death. Now in 25, which is this one, Caliban becomes Death after Archangel does a face turn. He does this because Iceman tricks him into feeling guilty. Makes Archangel think that he killed Iceman. But he didn't. X Factor ends up crashing Apocalypse's ship with help from the Power Pack. And that brings us to Power Pack 35. Never knew about Power Pack, never had any issues. I read this, I don't much care for it. Bunch of little kids with powers running around, not my thing. The kids help people on the street during the battle X Factor's having with Apocalypse. And in the process, they do a small little battle with Pestilence. That brings us to Captain America 339. Cap, Falcon, Bucky, the Lamar Hoskins Bucky, and Nomad battle famine in the Midwest. If I remember correctly, Falcon and Nomad end up in the hospital after famine uses its powers against them. And at the end of the issue, Tony Stark gives Captain America a new adamantium shield. Daredevil 252. Daredevil and Black Widow help X Factor in the battle. They stick to the ground in Hell's Kitchen, helping out the locals as thugs from the neighborhood try to take advantage of the chaos. Characters Ammo and Bad Seed make their first appearances. At the end, Kane dies. And the Autumn Rolfson famine has a little cameo in it. X Factor 26. X Factor is dealing with the aftermath of the battle. They start transporting the wounded to hospitals. Jean and Scott deal with his emotional issues from losing his child and his wife. Beast is getting dumber the more he uses his strength. And now we move on to the Uncannies, 225. Colossus cries for a little while in the beginning, just like a college student these days. If only they had cry closets back then. Then he rejoins the team thanks to his sister, who teleports him to them. the team is trying to get into the team is trying to get into Forge's building, but he's got traps laid out, and Freedom Force shows up to stop them and to take them into custody because they are fugitives. Storm and Forge have disappeared. Let me see what else I wrote on here. Storm and Forge are in another dimension. And then Forge does a little spell. Different dimensions start to bleed over, and dinosaurs and all kinds of stuff starts showing up on our world. And some big shot enemy known as the Adversary shows up, apparently let loose when Forge did this spell. And of course he's named Adversary because why give him a name other than a vague term? Forge decides the only way to stop this and to seal him away forever is to do another spell, but he needs the life force of all the X-Men. They agree, they all die. Roma, who is Merlin's daughter and some sort of higher being, rewards their sacrifice by resurrecting them, because why should actions have any consequences? And then that takes us to the New Mutants 59. Warlock and the Bobby DaCosta Sunspot rejoin the team. The Animator, or Dr. Animus, has their first appearance. It's his, however you want to say it. New Mutants battles his minions, the Animates, and New Mutants lose. They were overconfident. Then in 60, Cypher dies, the Doug Ramsey Cypher. The Right shows up. They're apparently the Animator's boss. New Mutants defeats them with the help of the Animates, because the Right starts talking all kinds of trash on the Animates and what their real plans are for them. They don't like it one bit. In New Mutants 61, Birdbrain is named King of the Animates. Magic takes the Right and the Animator to Limbo, and Magneto quits as their leader. And then finally, Fantastic Four 312. Doctor Doom is usurped by another Doctor Doom, who's somebody brainwashed to think he's Doctor Doom. So he gets Black Panther and the current Fantastic Four to help him take back his throne. The current Fantastic Four at this time is Thing, Torch, Crystal, and Sharon Ventura, who at the time is Miss Marvel. When they arrive to NYC, they encounter X-Factor during their ticker tape parade, celebrating them and their victory against Apocalypse. Doctor Doom asks them for their help. Cyclops says no, so Doctor Doom goes crazy. He kidnaps, Beast and Miss Marvel. Takes them hostage, runs away. Beast gets even dumber, using his strength. The Thing is the only one able to match his strength and keep him down while he regains his senses. Doctor Doom disappears from Miss Marvel, then later makes an agreement to let go of Miss Marvel if he can escape. Everyone agrees. He lets her go. He escapes. Like, why? You had Black Panther helping you, you had Fantastic Four helping you. Just because X Factor says no, you destroy the whole thing. Now you're back to nobody helping you. Makes no sense. This was not an event. Like I said, this is just a period of time where a bunch of things happened. And they named it The Fall of the Mutants. Overall, I'm disappointed. I was expecting something cohesive from book to book. From title to title, I should say. Did not happen. And that's about it. Let me know what you guys thought. Those of you who have read this, The Fall of the Mutants. You agree with me? Disagree? Am I way off base? Let me know. See you guys later.